Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making my Ariana Grande t-shirt for her Brooklyn concert, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So my idea is to put half of her Sweetener album cover and half of her Thank You Next cover on a shirt, but make it look like two shirts in one. You'll see. So I found this whole putting two t-shirts together with two different pictures on the shirts from somebody on Instagram, so I will definitely link her below and give her credit, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my shirt today. Hopefully it works out, or this will be a fail. But altogether it's going to be about $20. It's very inexpensive compared to her merch, so let's get started. Okay, so first you're gonna need, this is Fabric Fusion. It's just fabric glue, and I'm gonna glue the shirts together instead of sewing them, so that's why I have this. I also got some iron-on letters, and I think I'm gonna write thank you next on the back of the shirt. Then I got the two shirts I wanna put together. So I wanted to do light colored shirts. So I got light gray and white, just two Gildan shirts from AC Moore, and everything I got was from one store and it came to around $20. So the last thing I got was transfer paper. So I got this one because it said for light fabric. A lot of the ones that were there were for dark fabric, so depending on what color shirts you want to do, just make sure you get the right transfer paper. So I'm just going to make the shirt first and then iron on last. Okay, so to start off, I wanted to print the album covers to see how they came out. So I had to flip them on my phone. So the pictures are going to come out. Her album covers are upside down, so don't mind that. But usually, you know, it's like this. I don't know really what it's called, reversing the picture, whatever. So I flipped it, and then I also flipped this one. But then when I printed them, they were way too big, so I had to go on my laptop, resize them, print them again. So now I figured out that I don't want to put them just directly half because they're gonna look a little weird if I just did. I mean, they look fine, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit more than half. I think it'll look a little bit better. So if I did like this. So now these are the final images on the transfer paper. So I'm going to have to cut it exactly how I want it before I iron them on because the shirts are gonna be already together in half. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just cut the shirts in half, and then once they're together, I'll crop it. This way it's a more even cut. So I'm going to cut them down the middle, glue them together, cut the crop top, but I'm gonna do it a little bit longer than I want it so that I can glue up the bottom. And let's get started gluing my shirt together.
Okay, so I'm going to fold it evenly.
Okay, so now that I have the shirts cut in half, I'm going to figure out where I want them cropped. Okay, so now that I have the shirts all cut and exactly how I want them, I'm going to overlap, glue the middle, fold this under, glue the bottom so it's more of a proper line, and then I might roll the sleeves up once or twice and glue those down as well. Okay, so far this is the shirt. It's been drying for a couple of hours. I did the sleeves. That was like a little last minute touch. I just rolled them 2 times. Did that on both sides, and then I folded the gray shirt under and then just glued it on top of the white shirt. This way it was more of a clean line. And then I did the same to the front. Okay, so as you can see, I just decided to leave it a raw cut on the bottom. I didn't fold it over and glue it. So now I'm going to move on to ironing the pictures on. So I have my iron heating up, and then I actually just combined the pictures on the layout app on my iPhone, and I figured it'd be easier to iron on the picture like this instead of the 2 separate pictures, cutting them and all of that. So with this, I decided I wanted the darker picture on the white and the lighter picture on the gray. So this way when I flip it over and iron it on, that's how it's going to be. So the instructions say to iron the shirt before you iron on the picture. So I have a towel in between the top and the bottom of the front and the back of my shirt. So I'm going to just iron the shirt. You're just ironing it first so there's no wrinkles on it. Now I'm going to figure out where I want the picture. So my goal was to make it seem as if I just cut 2 shirts and put them together. So basically I'm trying to just match it up evenly with the line. It's definitely not perfect, so we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so basically I'm just going to follow the instructions on the transfer paper that I bought and iron each section for 20 seconds. Basically, it just told me to start in one section and iron it for 20 seconds in a circular motion with 2 hands, pretty firm. Then pick it up before moving to section 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you what happened. It actually came out pretty decent. You can see in the middle where it wasn't fully on the gray that she looks a lot better on the white paper or the white shirt. So I'm going to, since I have the 2 other halves of the shirts, I might put those together and see how they look and go from there. So as I said, the package of transfer paper came with 3 sheets. So originally I did these 2 pictures on 2 sheets, and then I realized I could just put them together and it would be so much easier. So that's what I did on the other shirt. I used the last piece of paper for that. So all I have left are these 2. So I'm going to cut them how I want them on the shirt, like, you know, cut off the pieces. And I'm gonna put a little, and I'm gonna leave the pictures a little bit longer as the shirt has to be folded and tucked under and such in order to glue it later on. So right now I'm just gonna size and fit the pictures. I'm also doing the pictures on different color shirts, if that makes any sense. Last time I did this picture on this shirt, now I'm going to put on this shirt. It showed up a little bit in between, and it looked a lot better. So hopefully this one shows up on the gray. We'll see. So with this, it's better to do more than less. I could have left a little bit more of that on, but I'm also not going to stress if it's not even, because like I said, you fold one part under and then you put it over the other side. So either way, you're not going to see the edges anyway. Okay, so that upside down and that. So now, the main thing you want to do here is line them up evenly so that when you actually glue the shirts together, they line up nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm just going to do like the top and bottom since it's not a full sheet of paper. As you can see, I put the other two shirts together. I rolled the sleeves twice, glued them, and then I rolled the white shirt under, glued it on, and now the glue takes about 2 hours to dry, it says. So after that, I'm going to cut and fold the bottom as a crop. I wanted to do that with the other one, but it ended up being too short. So we'll see how this one comes out. Okay, so this is the final product of my shirt. I have the sleeves that I rolled twice and glued, the two shirts. These are the separate prints that I had to put on each shirt. Then the bottom, this one I was able to roll, so it's just glued. And on the back of this one, I put Needy. My plan was to write Thank You Next, but I figured since this was the Thank You Next album, then I would just write Needy. That's one of my favorite songs from her. So this is the first shirt that I made that I'll also try on for you. I didn't put anything on the back yet because I'm not sure if the jeans I'm gonna wear, which shirt I'm gonna wear. I really like this one, but like, as you could tell, high-waisted jeans. I don't know if I want it cropped or cropped a little more, you know? But this was this one. I did the opposite prints. So the sweetener was on the gray. Now it's on the white. It looks a lot better like this. So that's how I made my sweetener / Thank You Next tour shirt. And if you want to see more DIYs, then just let me know. And I'll be posting pictures on my Instagram from the concert. So if you want to see that, then follow me on Instagram. Bye!